Well, a very good evening, and what a lovely day it has been. So a very big thank you to all of you who are joining me rather than being outside in your garden, although it has become a little bit overcast here. And when I say here, I'm on the Hertfordshire Bedfordshire border, so it's just getting a little bit overcast, but what a lovely day, we can't complain. So let's just go down my list. Like always, I'm going to have to take my glasses off because I'm short-sighted, and I always have my trusty phone so I can see who's here. So I'm going to go from down the page up the page, if that makes sense. So we've got Shireen. Hi there, Shireen. Very pretty green screen. Well, yeah. I thought I'd add some flowers. The dungeon scene was a little bit dark for some of you. So hi there, Shireen. Hi there, Jan. Great to see you. We've got Sue Brown, who's also watching. We've got Terry from America, who has joined us. And we've got Christiana from Germany, I do believe. Then let's have a look. We've got Shireen. We've got Anne Godfrey. Hi there, Anne. We've got Claire. We've got Diane. Hope your finger's better. We've got Liz. Hi there, Liz. Hope you're well. We've then got Laura Herbert. Never heard that name before. Hi there, Laura. Great you could join us as well. And then we've got Ian, who was at the very top there, who said hello first thing. So a very warm welcome to you all. And we've also got Marcia, who's just joined us. We've got, did I mention Claire Evans? And we've got Jane. And we've got Dawid. And Dawid's from Poland. Very, very talented guy on the Stamperia design team for Lady Vagabond. We've got Karen also, who has joined us. Hi there, Karen. Great to chat earlier on today. So a very, very big warm welcome to you all. I'll put my glasses on now and I'll be able to see what I'm doing. Right, so what we're all here for today, and what I'm going to be showing you, is hopefully a little bit of steampunk and a little bit to do with Cosmos flowers. Now, Cosmos flowers, I'll be honest with you, I never knew what a Cosmos flower was, but it's sort of like this. So it's almost like a daisy, and it's got this really intricate finish on the centre. I'm going to be showing you that in its entirety, okay? But also I'm going to be showing you a really simple rust technique, because there's loads of different rust paints out there, but not all of us can afford rust paints. So I'm just going to show you a quite simple but fairly effective way to actually achieve that type of effect. So I'm just going to pop that down there. Let's just see if anyone else has come on board. Again, take my glasses off. How poor am I? Right, we've got Shireen. Shireen says, my mum has loads in her garden. They are beautiful. Yeah, they come in loads of different colours. But what I always say is don't be botanically correct with crafters. So just grabbing there. You could be doing something like this as well. So it's totally colourful. You know, it hasn't got to be botanically correct. So I'm going to be showing you lots of different ways to even produce different flowers, but using the Cosmos cutters. So let's see who else we have on board. So we have Rachel. Rachel has joined us. Hi there, Rachel. Glad to see that you've popped on board there. What's this? Your arm disappears behind the MM. I know. I'm a right amateur, aren't I, Jan? But let's have a look. Just make sure anyone else has got any messages. Okay, we've got Julie. Julie has also joined us. So like I say, a really, really big thank you to you all, because I do appreciate you coming in and sort of like maybe not watching Coronation Street or whatever's on TV. You might find this more interesting. I don't know. But put my glasses on. Without further ado, we're going to get into some flower making, but first of all we're going to be creating a rust effect. Well, I've just read the comment from Claire who says that she's really looking to seeing this rust technique that I've promised. Oh my gosh, I just hope it lives up to everyone's expectations, because seriously, it's not that complicated, but I think it does give a nice effect. So I'm just throwing in some cogs here that I've made. Now, I always say all of the clay that we actually use on the demos here is the Bright and Light clay from FMM Sugarcraft. Now, if you're new to the live streams, all of you guys out there have been offered a 10% discount from FMM, so I'm going to put that on the screen. Hello Trouble, that's only one person who can be calling me Trouble, so a very big warm welcome to Samantha Thompson. Can't say we've ever heard that name before, have we? But hi there, Sam. Right, so I'm going to put on screen now all the information, hopefully, and I've changed it a little bit because I do watch back my lives, and you know what, I couldn't see any of the information where I had white text on a cyan background, so I've changed it all to black so you can see it. I've got a little bit more fancy as well, hopefully, because after about 10 or 20 seconds that information will change. So if you want to go to the FMM Sugarcraft website, please go over there, type in ANTS10 in the discount code for your 10% discount on everything on the FMM store. Right, so getting into this rust technique. As I was saying earlier, there's loads and loads of different rust paints and pastes available on the market. So, you know, I've sort of looked at them in the past, and we've got one here from Viva Decor. It's called Rusty. Very unique, that one, isn't it? Comes in two different colours. There's like a light orange, and you've also got the brown. So that's a great one. Basically what they are, without giving away any secrets, is sort of like an acrylic paint with like a sand to give the texture inside. So that's one. What I tend to do with those is then I add two glitter pastes after, so you've got the rust, sort of like a copper, and then you've got the patina colour on top. And I know that if you want to be really, really correct, patina never normally occurs where there is like a rust. Even so, right, okay, I also use these. Now, everyone who knows me really well in crafting will know that I just can't stop talking about these. These are Inca Gold. Now, Inca Gold is again from Viva Decor. It is basically like a gilding wax, okay? But unlike a gilding wax, even once these have dried, so Anthony, you have an echo going on. Right, okay, let me just pull down my sound bar. There we go. Hopefully that is a little bit better. Okay, let me just, there we go. So this is, like I say, it's like a gilding wax. No, it's okay. I've just realised I hadn't opened on 2 pages. Oh, you're great, Claire. I love you. Okay, let's just pop my volume up again. Okay, just in case you can't hear. Anyway, getting back to the Inca Gold. This is basically like a gilding wax, okay? But unlike most gilding waxes out there, they've sort of like made of a chemical mixture. These ones are water-based. So even if they dry up, you can rejuvenate them by just adding water. These two colours here, so we have got the copper colour and we've got the aquamarine. Again, they make a fantastic paint effect to give you rust. Let me see, just go down the list. I'm going to take my glasses off, just shove them there. Let's have a look. My husband uses the rust paste for his modelling railway. Would these be okay? Yeah, absolutely they would. The only problem with the Viva Decor stuff, it can actually be quite difficult to get in the UK, but there are a couple of sites. Just put in Viva Decor and I'm sure you will be able to find something. So let's have a look here. Been there, done that, says Shireen. Oh, the echo bit. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant that. First, Miss Shireen, so we'll check my end if it happens again. Do you know, I could be really mean, and I've actually got an audio effect that will actually give an echo, but I won't be mean, Claire, honestly. Right, anyone knows me knows I'm also lying. Right, so getting back to the overhead camera, like I say, so there's those. Then there's these ones here. These ones come in various colours, and they are from Prima. Again, they're very, very similar to the Rusty from Viva Decor. Like I say, Pentart do them as well. You name it, just about every company does a rust technique. But, like I say, we can't all stretch to that. So the other thing I would suggest is just grab yourself some acrylic paint. So we have two colours here. We have orange, and then we also have this, which is sort of like a teal colour. Again, they're sort of like replicating, as I was saying earlier, the copper type colour. Maybe this could be a little bit more brown. And then you've got the turquoise there as well. Okay, what's this? Please don't. I was giving myself a headache there. Right. Okay, so we're going to pop those down. So to create that sort of effect, I'm just going to put the phone over there. Okay, love the Prima Rust stuff. Yeah, do you know what? I'll be honest with you, I have got loads of it. I've never ever used it. I found it, whether it was just a Duff pot that I had, Jan, but the one I opened, it was very, very dry. So my personal favourite is actually the Rust from Viva, but like I say, everyone has their own preferences. Right, so anyway, this quick technique to get a nice rust effect. Okay, this is a cog, okay, that is untreated. So this is basically, I've added some brown, let's have a look which one it was. I probably can't find it now, to be honest with you. But I'm just going to, yeah, okay, here we go. So Distress Oxides, my favourite for colouring the bright and light clay from FMM. Okay, so that is the one that I use to colour the white clay. Okay, so it's Distress, and then just sort of like any sort of brown. You can also mix in acrylic paint with that, okay, to colour that. Send me your Prima stuff to me. Jan, what you like? You only live up the road, you can come collect it. Right, so we've got that one there, and then this is one that I have just aged slightly. Okay, so you can just see that one, and that is just the two colours there, the orange and the sort of like turquoise colour. Okay, so I'll just quickly show you how I did that. I'll also show you another effect using the Inca Golds as well. So first of all, just grab a little bit of both of the colours. Okay, so we're just going to pop those onto our mat here, and you seriously don't need that much. Okay, obviously depending on how large an area you wish to cover. Okay, so just pop those. I'm going to pop that down there. Okay, really just need that amount. So then we're going to add a little bit of water. So here's my spray, so just a little bit of water onto them both, and then literally just getting one of these sort of brushes. This is a sponge brush, but obviously you can use any type of brush you want. Then just go onto there. You may want to darken that as well. Maybe that's a little bit on the light side, not really sure. And then we're just going to go on to that. Okay, so make sure it's pretty watered down. Okay, and just keep on going onto that. Okay, so just go back onto the overhead camera, and literally just like so. So it's not too complicated at all, but that's the sort of effect you're going to want. I'm just going to quickly dry it using a heat tool, so excuse me if you can't hear us for a couple of seconds. Okay, so we're just going to dry that. Don't get too close to the clay item, because it will have a tendency of bubbling up, and obviously we don't want that. Okay, so once you've got on with that colour, I'm just simply going to grab some kitchen cloth that's up here. I'm just going to quickly clean a little bit of the brush like so, and then we're going to go into the teal colour, which is basically like your patina. Okay, and then we're just going to literally just dab it on. Like I say, it's not going to be like the same type of rust technique that you're going to achieve using any of the rust paints. That's, you know, that goes without saying. But in saying that, if you wanted to add possibly a little bit of your own sand in there, then you're going to create something very, very similar indeed. So I'm just going on with a little bit of a damp brush there. Okay, and then I'm just going to hold that one up. Okay, just to show you that's the sort of technique. Like I say, it's not rocket science, but then it hasn't got to be. You know, it's literally it's just a case of showing you an easy or cheaper way of actually producing that. So that's that one there. So I'm just going to quickly just grab my pot of water here. Okay, and just plonk that into, give it a little bit of a clean, okay, like so. Okay, so that is that technique using the acrylic paints. The other one I just wanted to show you real quickly was the other one that I really love, and that is the Inca Golds. So Inca Gold, like I say, is a wax based product that is like a gilding wax. Okay, now for some reason I have completely, just have a look, I spy Katie Sue. Do you? Oh dear me, dare I say that word without being sued? Blimey. Right, so just quickly, controversial that was. I'm just going to spray these because these actually are dry. Okay, so we're just going to go in there. Okay, and then we are literally just going to mix those up a little bit. Okay, and I think I probably need another brush now because I always tend to put on the rust colour first. Okay, so I'm just dabbing those. Like I say, these are actually dry, but like I said, they're not useless. Okay, let's have a look. What are people saying? Or mix in the old glitter you don't like to add texture. That is an absolutely fantastic idea. I love that idea, Laura. Well done. I love that. So a very wet sponge again. Okay, and again we are just dabbing that. I actually prefer this to many of the other sort of like patina effects out there. So again, I'm just going to hold this one up to the camera. Okay, let's go to the side camera just in case you can't see it there. Completely different colour on that one, but there we go. Okay, and this one also gives it a shine as well because, like I say, it is a gilding wax. Right, so once we've popped that one in place, we are then going to go to the slightly turquoise one. And the great thing about Inca Gold, it does dry fairly quick, but I'm just going to quickly heat it as well. Now, if you do have any questions, by all means fire away. I will try to answer them, but if I don't answer them now, I will answer them after the live. So I had to go through all of the comments. Okay, right. So let's just quickly go on to there, and now we're just adding a little bit of, like I say, that teal. I think they actually call this aquamarine. That's the colour I do believe that Viva Decor call that. But that is the type of rust effect you're going to get. So it's not necessarily textured, but it does give you that sort of like rust and that patina. Okay, so that's a really, really simple effect. So let me just bring both into view. That's if I can even find the other one. So that's the two rust effects we've achieved quite simply just by using the acrylic paints on this one here and then the Inca Gold there. Right, let's have a look. We have Kath. Hi there, Kath. Again, I'm going to have to put down my glasses because I can't see a damn thing. Hi, sorry I'm late. Been a bit poorly today. Oh no. Oh, Kath, I hope you get better soon. We've got people who've sliced their fingers off this week, not mentioning any names, Diane and Laura. And now we've got you feeling poorly. We can't have that. Oh, well, I hope you get better soon, Kath. And if anyone is interested in any of the lives to watch them back, then you just need to go over, let's have a look, to my YouTube channel, which is this one here, which is youtube.com/c/mixed media arts and crafts. A bit of a mouthful, I know, but it's more unique than all these letters and numbers that they seem to give lots of channels. You've got to be in the know to get a YouTube address like that. But that's the address to have a look at all the previous Facebook lives that I've actually done. Okay, so that's where that one is. So that is basically how to achieve a really, really simple rust paint technique. And as you said, yeah, they're both very different indeed, Jan, but you know, they both give a really nice effect. So I'm just going to quickly, just grab that one here. The great thing with the Inca Gold is it never ever goes to waste, because even if you've got it on your brush, you can just quickly just go there and just rejuvenate it if you need to with a little bit of water, and you can see how easy it is to create that rust technique. So just going in there, just dabbing in, and then we're just going to dab a little bit on the side there. Okay, and then just there. Right, so there we go, and we are done. Let's have a look. Yeah, we all hope you feel better. We got Marcia from, I don't know where Marcia lives, but she's always posting the most amazing pictures of sunsets and seascapes, and oh, it's absolutely brilliant. We've got Leanne joining us. Hi there, Leanne. Glad you could join us. You're at the part now where we're going to go to so sort of a commercial break as such. But if you do want to, like I say, get any of the cutters, and the cutters we're going to be using are these ones here, which will give you the most amazing flower, which is the Cosmos. If you're interested in any of that, and also the clay, which is the FMM clay, they do two clays. The flower I've just shown you has been made with the FMM bright and light clay, but there is also another clay that is the soft then strong. That is a polymer air drying clay. So pop over to the FMM websites, that's all the W's, fmmsugarcraft.com, and once you get there, this is what you do. To order from FMM, go to their website www.fmmsugarcraft.com. Once there, you'll be able to browse the many cutters and clays available. Once you've found what you're looking for, simply type in the quantity and click on the Add to Cart button. When you've finally finished shopping, click on the icon on the top right of your screen. This will take you to the checkout screen. Once at the checkout screen, type out your contact and address details. And remember to look for the gift card or discount code area, where you will type in ANTS10 for a 10% discount on the value of your shopping cart. Just remember to press the Apply button. Once applied, your discount will be shown along with the monetary value that you've saved. If the value of your order is over £20, you'll get free postage and packaging. However, if you wish, you can pay extra to have your parcel tracked at the final point in the checkout process. Finally decide your payment method, whether it be credit card or PayPal. Happy shopping! Do you know what? I got a bit worried there. I couldn't think where I'd put my clay, but it's here. Thank goodness. Right. Looks like Sam's had to go and grab some food before all her kids have eaten it. Good call there. Right. So let's get some clay out and let's start crafting. Right, so like I say, we're going to be using the Cosmos cutters. Okay, now the Cosmos cutters, you're going to get 3 of those in your set. Like I say, get that 10% discount and 10 at the checkout. You know, don't pay the full price. Oh, did you hear me say that? Yeah, don't pay the full price. Get that 10% discount. Every little helps. Oh, damn, I'm going to be sued by Tesco's now, as well as that company up the northeast. Right, swiftly moving on. Okay, so like I say, these are the Cosmos flowers. Okay, really, really beautiful flowers. Okay, you can create a couple of different types of flowers by just using these cutters. If you wanted to, you could like decoupage them up. So make different sizes and then just decoupage them up. I always say, you know, I'll keep on saying it, you don't have to be botanically correct. Okay, right, so let's just go, before we go any further, to this part of our show. Right, I always like this part when I have some people send me some questions. Well, actually, I twist their arms and give them lots of money. No, that's a lie. Right, so we've got Jan. Jan is literally just up the road from me. Now, just a little bit of a background for Jan. Jan is loving all these Facebook Lives because she's really into her clay crafting at the moment and loves making flowers. So she's one of the first people. We got, hi there, Liz. Sorry, just butting in there. Liz has joined us. So sorry. Got the time wrong. Don't worry, we won't penalise you at all. We'll let you in. Come on in. Join the game. Right. So sorry. Getting back to the question. So Jan is literally just up the road from me in Bedford, and she loves to do lots of water sports, canoeing on the river. But tonight, she sent or posted on my timeline that she had received the Cosmos cutters. So let's have a look. Her first question is, would you mind showing how to make the middle of the Cosmos? Well, I'll be showing that one later, Jan. But let's have a look. And then she's got another question. Isn't she greedy? 2 questions. Could you talk us through putting a wire on the leaves? Okay. I didn't quite get it last time. Thank you. I love the delicate leaves on the flowers. Okay. Right, so the first one we're going to answer is the one about the wires. But let me just have a look. Let's have a look. Mine wouldn't be botanically correct, even if I tried. I managed to go upside down with snowdrops. Yes, let's not mention that episode in Shane Douglas's design team, Samantha Thompson. Right, loads of money wasn't mentioned. Well, oh, didn't I mention that part, Jan? Sorry. The cutters are fab size. Yeah, will do. Find it hard to believe, but glad there is something you struggle with. I struggle with everything, believe me. I absolutely love the easiest rose cutter. Yeah, that is a really great cutter. Rachel. So sorry for shoving the phone under the camera there. Right, okay. Let's get to this point. So we're going to just quickly show Jan how easy it was to actually use the cutters to actually wire a leaf. Okay, so I always say this when I'm doing this, but I always make sure that I have clay that's already coloured, because I covered about colouring clay on my very first Facebook Live. So if you want to catch up on that, please go onto my YouTube channel. It's on there. So I'm using the non-stick mat from FMM Sugar Crafts, okay, which is just there. Just told my husband not to disturb me. I'm busy. I love that one. Well done, Dan. Right, Claire, trust me. Struggle. What's that? I can't even read. Trust me. The struggle is very real. Ah, Sam, how could you possibly get them wrong? But I think they should have used the sample anyway, but that's another story. Right, so we've got some green here of the bright and light clay. So that is the paper drying clay. Okay, so we're just going to roll one piece out. You need to get it fairly thin, okay, and then you just grab your cutter and press down. Right, so let's just hope that this part works. So we're going to go snazzy here. We can go two at once, okay, two cameras at once. So I just want to show you how you can achieve the type of effect from like two angles, just so you can see everything I'm doing. So I'm going to add the wire so you can hopefully see both angles at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to press down. Let's have a look. I'm jealous now. Thought I was your only window wave, and now I hear you've got another waver. I know, how rude. Oh, terrible, Kath. I'm so sorry. Well, I'll be honest with you, Kath. You're waver south and Jan's waver north, okay? Just to clarify that. Now you're just showing off. Well, yeah, I know. I am absolutely showing off, Sam. Yep. It's my, everyone knows it's my hobby. It's my hobby. I love doing my film work. So that is one of the leaves. Okay, there we go. Woohoo. Okay, we're just going to pop that over there. I'm just going to grab another one here, Jan. Okay, so again, we're just going to roll this one out. Okay, so as I've said before, if you can put your finger in the clay, okay, and go like that, you know it is dry. I'm just going to get rid of our detail just for the moment because they're getting in the way. So just pressing your finger on there, okay? But if you press your finger in and the clay sticks to it, you know that that clay is too wet to actually use. So that one's perfect, okay? But like I said, I discussed all of that in our very first Facebook Live we did, back to basics, all about the clay. Okay, so we're going to mix that. So mix it, roll it even. Goodness me, no one anyone want to think I've had a cider. Right, so there we go. We've done that one. So we're going to cut that one. Okay, so we have two identical parts to the leaf. Now, I don't know if I explained this last time, but when people create leaves when they're doing cake decorating, they have a special board that's called a groove board, okay, and basically it's a bit like, I'm just seeing if I've got one here. Yes, I have. It's a little bit like a creasing board, okay, so it's got like the grooves in there, and what they basically do is they have one groove down the middle of their board, so forget the others, okay, they're not really there, okay, and then what they do, they roll the clay over the top of that groove. Where the groove is, the clay actually goes inside there. Then they can easily push that wire, and it is very fine wire, okay, they can push that through the thickest part of the clay, obviously where that groove is. That's how they do it. But do you know what? I'm not a cake decorator, even though people have said I could be, but I'm not. So my cheating technique is to have two identical shapes, okay, and then you're going to put the wire in. Hi there, Sue. Sue Bolton has joined us. Hi there, Sue. Let's have a look. Claire, I can say he's my bestest friend, and I know all his secrets. with three devils, I dare not ask. I think that's where I go wrong. Need to let the clay dry a little bit more. Yep, you know, that is by far, you know, everyone, whenever they start using clay to start with, they always tend to grab it from the pack, use it straight away. FMM clay is slightly drier than Hearty clay, but you still do need to leave it a little bit. So we're going to pop that onto one of our firm foam forming mat. God, that's such a mouthful, isn't it? The red mat with a hole in. Okay, we've got the wire here. Okay, now we're just going to cut it. This thin gauge wire is, I think, about what they call 18. It works. Or is it? I think it's when it's 18, it's really thick, and when it goes up, it's really thin. I think it's the opposite way round to what you'd think. But anyway, and you can then basically just put a little hook in it. Okay, so let me just go to our other camera, okay, which is this one here. I'm just going to put my hand behind that there. I don't know if you can see that is a really, really fine wire. But there you go. You can just see I've just made a little hook in that. Okay. Let's have a look. Rachel says it makes a massive difference just waiting a while before you use it. Yeah, absolutely, it does indeed. It's like when you get any sort of like new craft product, you know, pastes and what have you. You do need to try them out before you like perfect it. So we've got our hook there. Okay, so we're just going to go back over here to our other camera. Okay, and then we've just laid it in there, so I'm just going to bring that up so you can see the hook is actually at the far end. Okay, so we're just going to pop that into there. The higher the number, the thinner the gauge. Yes, that's absolutely correct, Ian. That is correct. But well, I personally would think it should be the other way around. But yeah, that is the case. So then, literally, we're just going to pop that one over there. Now, if your clay is really, really dry, then just grab yourself some water on a brush, paint it over, and it's just going to act like a glue. Okay, so let's just pop that over there. Don't worry if it doesn't match up exactly. Okay, and you are done. So now all you need to do is, I'm using one of the ball tools here from FMM. I'm just going to simply just press down. Okay, we're just going to sandwich that in. Okay, so we're just merging those two bits of clay into one. Okay, like so. And then just peel it up. Okay, so you don't want it sticking. Okay, and then we're just going to thin that one out. Also give it a little bit of shape as well. Okay, so again, just go around like so. Now obviously I'm going a little bit slower than I normally would, just so you can all see what I am doing. Okay, so just keep on going all the way around like so, and then once it's been wired like that, okay, obviously you can start to manipulate that leaf. Okay, it's the same with nails and screws. All right, okay. Admittedly, whenever I go into a DIY store looking for either a nail or a screw, I always take one that is the same size that I want. I don't know sizes, I've got to admit. Right, so once it's in that state, then you can actually start to manipulate it however you want it to dry it, then just support it. So I always say, you know, if you've got maybe a tape holder or something like that and you want to drape it over there, at this point you can bend the wire, but if you are going to bend it at this point, then just make sure you put your fingers either side of the wire and then just flex it, okay, like so. And then that is going to dry exactly as you have left it. So Jan, that is the answer to that question. Right, getting back to our question and answers. Jan, you're more than welcome. So the next question was from Jan, how do we create that center point to the flower? Like I say, when you actually look at it, you'll sort of think, oh my gosh, you know, how on earth has that been achieved? Okay, so you can see it is really odd, and it does actually look pretty much like a real cosmos flower centre. Let's have a look. So we've got Amanda. Hi there, Amanda. A bit late to the party. Sorry. Like I said, we're forgiving everyone tonight. You know, just take a seat on the back row. Thank you. Only joking. Right. So, like I say, to create this is basically this here. Okay. So it is using some florist wire and some of the florist tape and some cotton. It really is as simple as that. Okay, so what you need to do first of all is grab yourself some of the thin wire, okay, and then you want to start, it's up to you. You can use black cotton, you can use white cotton. Sorry, I'm a bit demanding tonight. Jan, never. Right, so get yourself 3 fingers, okay, and then just quite simply just start wrapping that round there. I'm just going to place that there. It's probably going to fall on the floor, etc, etc. So keep on going around. Now the bigger the Cosmos cutter you're using, I would recommend that you go around more times. They say I think about 30 times, but I just keep on going until I've got a nice clump of all of that cotton together. Like I say, you can be using black cotton, white cotton, any colour cotton you prefer. But I was saying with the Cosmos flower, you don't have to make it look exactly like I'm doing here. You could create that sort of a centre for it as well. So again, using your sort of like artistic license, then you can do something completely different. Anyone's fingers, well, you know what, that would be really handy tonight, Sam, if I did have somebody else's fingers here, because I've now got to the stage where I've sort of like tied myself up, and I'm going to find it very difficult to change the camera angle if I should so wish. So yeah, now that's I've really put myself into the deep end. So just keep on going around until you get like a nice amount of cotton just wrapped around your fingers. Right, so Diane, what is Diane saying? Diane says, I do not have 3 fingers at the moment. Diane, no, you don't, do you? And nor does Laura. Laura showed us her injury earlier on, and she's healing nicely. But by the sounds of it, you really wanted to chop your fingers off. You did, Diane. Oh my gosh. Right, so keep on going around. Okay, like so. I've got a fly in here. Oh my gosh, damn thing. Right, so we're just gonna cut that. I know, big pair of scissors, but you'll see why. These ones are actually for fabric. Right, okay. Looks like the kids have got a new purpose, Sam. What's that? Anyone? Yes, I should have brought one of my sons in as well, Ian. Right, so when we get to this point, again, I'm going to flip cameras. So we want that one. Okay, so once you get to that, okay, which is that one there, you need to twist it. Okay, so you have the figure of 8. Okay, so it's the figure of 8 that you actually want. Okay, like so. Once you've got that figure of 8, then loop it back on itself. Okay, so let me just wiggle this a little bit. Okay, that's because I changed camera halfway, then it all goes to pot then. Right, so I'll give that a wiggle. So that is what we have. So we now just have one loop. Okay, then get your piece of, and this is the thin gauge wire. So I think Ian was right in saying the higher the number, the thinner it is, the lower the number, the thicker it is. Okay, so fold that in half. Okay, so it has like a closed end like we do there. Then pop just one of those wire legs through the center of your cotton, and then just pull it. Okay, make sure that cotton loop is near enough even on the end, like so. Okay, and then hold the cotton nice and tight, and then what you need to do is then give that a little bit of a twist. Okay, so that is going to then hold that cotton all in place. Right, okay, I have to use ropes to tie them up first. Well, there we go. That's what Sam does in her spare time. She ties her kids up. Right, so there we go. So we're just going to keep on doing that all the way to the end. Okay, so we have that. Now we have this loop in the middle, so I'm just going to use a tool here just to basically show you. I've actually lost the one. That's the one there. So we're just going to pop that through there just to show you that that is still not cut to that end. Okay, so once we've got to that, then just get your scissors, okay, and then just simply just cut, okay, like so. Right, so now we've got that. Remember, that is all held in place still because that wire has been wound back on itself. Then what you need to do is give it a little bit of a haircut, because at the moment, as you can see, it's all uneven. Okay, so just using some really sharp scissors. Was that shut up, or you'd be next? Antsy pants. Oh my goodness me, that's a threat, everyone. God, dearie me. Found you. Sarah, where have you been? Oh, dearie me. Sarah, again, I said if you're late, you're at the back. You're on the naughty table, as me and Sam, when we used to do workshops, we used to have a naughty table, and I can remember, dare I mention names, Laura Herbert, you and your mum Sharon were always on that naughty table. But anyway, cut basically all of that cotton, and don't worry, Diane and Laura, I'm being careful to keep the tips of my fingers intact. He says, probably cutting them off. Okay, so nice sharp scissors, and then that's it. So, looking for you, gave up and washed up. Wow. There you go. So there we go. That is it. So now I'm just going to put those scissors away. I don't know about you, but I think it's probably because I'm talking a lot. I'm getting really hot. So that is it. But at the moment you can see there's that big horrible gape. Okay, I haven't got that on that one, and that's because we need to bring in one more product. Have you brought a note? What's that? Found you. Oh yeah. A note for being late. Yes, you naughty lady. You naughty lady. Right. So we're going to grab the florist tape. Now, as I was saying to you a couple of weeks ago, the florist tape's a really odd one because it's a tape where you think, yeah, it's called tape, it's going to stick, but as you can see, it doesn't stick at all. It only sticks to itself. So it's quite clever. It has paraffin wax on there, so you only need a little bit, probably about that much will do us. Kath, let's have a look. It's okay. There are loads of us on the naughty step. I'm one of them, Kath. Right, so we're going to grab our tape. Now, to make it sticky, like I said, it's got paraffin wax, you need to stretch it. So at the moment it's that small, stretch it, and now it's that big, and now that's sticking to my finger. Okay, so hold the cotton, okay, down one end like so, okay, like that, and then with your florist tape you then need to wrap about half of it onto the cotton and half onto the wire. So first of all, go round about 2 or 3 times, because that is making it so the cotton is basically all gathering together. Okay, and then at about 45 degrees, hold it 45 degrees, and then let's have a look. Oh, that sounds so wrong. It's okay, loads of us are on the naughty step. Oh. So again, we're just going to twist that round, okay, like so, 45 degrees, and then you don't need hardly any of that florist tape whatsoever, and hey presto, we have the effect. Now, when I first showed this to my son, I'm just going to trim that off a little bit more to just get a little bit more flat. Okay, when I first showed this to my son, he goes, "You're making paintbrushes, Daddy." And you know what? That is almost exactly what it is. You are making like a paintbrush. So we'll make a florist out of you yet. Me? I don't think so, Claire. I'll leave that to the professionals. I just like to play. Right, so that is basically how you do it. Okay, it is really that nice and easy. But you know what? If you like to come and see how flowers are made one-to-one, you may be interested in these. So hopefully when the lockdowns are all over, and by the sounds of it, I watched the news again tonight, they're mentioning lockdowns yet again. Can you believe it? You know, we've all got to stay safe, abide by the rules, and then hopefully we can start some real proper workshops, and then I won't have to wave at Kath and at Jan from the window. Right, so I'm mixing some more clay up at the moment, but Laura asked a question, and that was, how do you shape the petals so they have a curl but are not closed? Well, good question, Laura. Okay, so this is the device you need. It's a very strange device, and it's it's like a washing line, isn't it, really? But this is from FMM as well, so this is one of their dryers, and you basically need to put your finished flowers on this upside down. Okay, so I'll bring that in a little bit later to show you how that works. Let me just have a look at what we have in the way of questions. Would you do a Zoom one? Well, do you know what, Rachel? I have thought about a Zoom one. The only problem is not everyone's going to have all of the products that I'm possibly using. So although it's a real great idea, I'm sort of like still trying to work out in my head how I could do that successfully. Okay, but it's like I said, just something we can do. Can you start in Doncaster? Says Diane. Yeah, I'm going to start. Well, I think I've got to really cool down to Kath first, then up to Jan, and then work my way up. Rachel, don't worry, I'll talk him into it. Oh, will you? Oh, I just bought one of those. Did you indeed, Jan? I hope you got your 10% off. Remember the code ANTS10. You know, not saying anything, but it's ANTS10. Right, so getting back to our clay. Okay, so again, I've pre-coloured this one. Okay, there's a couple of different ways to actually achieve the same sort of result on this, so I'm going to show you both ways. Okay, so I want to be really thorough in what I'm doing, and possibly even stretch this Facebook Live to over an hour. Okay, we'll see what we can do. Let's have a look. Don't forget Wales, says Rach. Is that where you are, Rachel? Are you in Wales? Oh my gosh. So can you pick me up on the way to Doncaster if you like? Gosh, you are a cheeky lot, aren't you? Everyone's going on the naughty step. Everyone. Right, so we're going to roll this out, okay? And the reason I am holding my mat here is because I'm working on a glass mat, so everything tends to slide. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, so we're just going to roll that out. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to show you both methods. Now, what I tend to do, halfway, I then turn it over and then roll it from the other side. Keep on lifting it up so it doesn't stick. Let's have a look. Ah, so Rachel lives in Wales. Do you know what? I thought you were in the Midlands or something. I really did. Right, so we're just going to keep on going. Okay, so it's nice and thin. Then we're going to get one of the cutters. Julie says, and Plymouth, please. Goodness me, I think I'm going to have to go to my sons and see if they can clone me. They're into Star Wars in a very big way. They're watching new episodes. Olga has arrived in the house, ladies and gentlemen, fresh from Berlin, I do believe, in Germany. A very warm welcome to you, Olga. Yeah, Sam reckons that you live in Barbados. If only, I bet you're saying. Right, so we're just going to peel that over like that. So that is basically one of the cutters. Okay, so this is the largest one we're going to be working with because I find this to be the easiest one to actually show you nice and close up what we're doing. Now here's a really naughty one. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? Have you said something, Jan, or I don't know. Sorry for... Oh, here we go. It's another one for the naughty step. Okay, Olga says, sorry for being late. I'm still getting ready and freaking out. What are you freaking out about? There you go. I don't know what she's freaking out about. Right, so we're going to pop that back in the airtight bag. That is really important. Pop that inside the airtight bag every single time you're not using it. It just stops it from drying up. If you want to, you can spray a little bit of water if you feel it's a bit dry. Okay, so getting back to this one, we have our clay already cut out. Okay, then just simply, if you find it's going to stick in there, then just go with the ball tool, just knock every single petal out. You can see it comes out pretty easily. We're just going to pop that onto the clay. So Laura wanted to know how to actually shape all those leaves. Well, the biggest ball tool that you can get is basically the nylon cutter. Not nylon cutter, nylon rolling pin even. Okay, so that's the biggest one you can get, and you can actually shape them pretty successfully like that, because you still want to retain that shape just there. But you can see, even just by squashing it down a little bit, we've elongated that. Okay. So Jan has done a class with Rachel. Is that what you're saying, Jan? Ah. There you go. It's a small world, this craft world. So we're just going to lift that up, okay, and just pop that back down again. I'll just keep on lifting up just to ensure that we're not sticking to the mat. Oh, that's a big one. Olga, this is not one of those X-rated Facebook lives. This is meant to be a clean one. Oh my gosh, you're on the naughty step. You've got to be. Let's have a look. Okay, so just flip that round again, and again, like I say, using the biggest ball tool there you have, which is, like I say, the rolling pin, Olga. It's the rolling pin. Okay, and then we're just going to go there. Again, they haven't got to all be the same size, so don't worry about that too much. And you'll see I keep on lifting, okay, popping it back down. Okay, and all the tools are from FMM as well, so go and have a look for those. I really do recommend them. They're great for using, okay, to get the perfect finish every time on your flowers. And the red mat, the firm foam former mat, is also available from FMM as well. So just keep on going all the way around. Let's have a look. Okay, right, so what have we got here? Do we want to start singing Old MacDonald? Right, I don't know if someone mentioned that, but guys, share that Anthony is live. Oh, bless you, thank you very much. Well, do you know what? That's a very good idea, Olga. And you've cued me for this. Yes, a really big thank you for your support. Olga, you can come again. You reminded me to do that. I don't think I've actually used that graphic yet. So there we go. There's you can come off the naughty step and come to the very front of the class. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Okay, so we're just going to keep on, like I say, lifting it up purely so we don't want any. So if you get more than one leaf actually sticking to the mat, that's when you could be in trouble. Okay, so just keep on lifting it and going round. Okay, so we have, let's have a look, one more. I'm going to use this ball tool as well, just to prove the point that you don't need to have the large ball tool to shape that as well. Okay, so we're just going to go all the way around. So you can see the small one is going to give a little bit more shape if we should so wish. Okay, so just going into the center there. Okay, you can see I'm just going to hold up to this camera here, and you can see it's just like slightly doming now every single petal that we have. Okay, so just go around like so. Just keep on going. Okay, and then once you get to your last one, I think that we've got one more to go. Okay, like so. So now you can see it's just very, very slightly domed. So that's the sort of effect that you actually want. Then what you need to do is grab another one of those tools from FMM, and it's this one here. So this one is actually a veining tool. Okay, so this is actually what it looks like. So I'm just going to hold my hand there. So it's just like a sharp pointy end that's got slight scoop to it. There's two different sizes. You've got the fine one, you've also got the thicker one there. Up to you which one you want to use. I'm going to use the finer one for this particular method. So I'm going to let's have a look. I'm just thinking, am I going to take my glasses off, or am I going to leave them on? Do you know what? I'm going to leave them on. So if you see my head bobbing right in there, it's because I can't see and I'm looking over my glasses. And my mum always tells me, Anthony, why are you looking over your glasses? Let's have a look. What's Kath put? Now I'm really late. Someone called to find out if I was okay after today. How rude. Everyone should know I'm not available. What have you put, Kath? For a chit chat during Facebook Lives. Oh, dear me. These are great tools. Yes, they really are, Sam. You know, I'm not just saying that. They do what they say. They do work. Right, okay, so let's have a look. I think we'll move to the overhead camera as well. Okay, possibly that one. It's not that I'm showing off, it's just that I've taken my glasses off. I can't see what I'm doing. Right, okay, so we're going to use the fine one, which is there. I normally start to draw a small one, and we're not applying too much pressure here. Okay, if we apply too much pressure, it will tear the clay. So one down the centre, then I start to go from the outside, and then just keep on going like so. And a couple of them are even just like half lines, just to vein that petal. So as you can see, okay, it's sort of retaining its shape as well. Okay, and then just keep on going. I tend to keep my finger in the centre there, the reason being you don't want to pull it too much, because if you do, then the petal may come off. So just hold the centre and like I'm doing there, and then it will work out really nicely. Okay, so do that to every single petal. Now, as I was saying, there are two different ways to achieve this flower. I am going to show you both, but with the second one I'm not going to vein it. Okay, so I'm not going to show you how to vein the second one, but it's exactly the same method. I may just vein one of the petals. Okay, so just keep on going, just randomly do it as well, but like I say, I always start off with the center one, two outer ones, and then basically whatever is going to fit within those spaces as well. I will hold this up to the camera after I've done it. Okay, and I think we do have a little slight split there because the clay is very dry. Okay, not to worry about that too much. So keep on going all the way around like so. Okay, right, I'm going to pop my glasses on so hopefully I can see what you guys can see. Let's have a look. Art Angel is watching. You're here. Okay. Right. So let's have a look. Well, this one's going to be quite difficult to actually show. Maybe we'll go for the other camera, which is down here. Ah, there we go. As if by magic. So you can see all of those veins now, okay, are actually on all of those petals. So once you get to this stage, okay, and do you know what, in a roundabout way, I'm glad it's sort of like gone wrong in a roundabout fashion that this petal has actually come off. Okay, so we're going to repair it. So we're just going to stick that back on. Okay, let's have a look. Right, tools are available in sets or each one separately, says Olga. Right, so the tools are available separately on the website. I do believe you can buy them as a collection off the craft store, but you might also be able to do it on the FMM site. Remember, the FMM site, you are also getting that discount of 10%. Okay, so just bear that in mind. So let's have a look. What was the other question? Okay, if you would use with resin or let's say acrylic paste medium, would they clean up nicely? Right, well, the cutters, I'll be honest with you, Olga, you can't really use the cutters with resin. You may be able to use these with resin, but because they're not silicone, they are plastic, you probably will find that you're going to get them all mucky. So I personally would stick to silicone tools if you're going to be using that with resin. I hope that one answers your question. Let's just have a look. Finally, internet has been absolutely awful tonight. Yeah, it has, isn't it? We'll be having a catch up. Well, all of the videos, Art Angel, are actually on my YouTube channel. Tools available as a set. Okay, hi everyone. Oh my goodness me, it's Steve. Everyone, Steve is in the house. Let's have a look. Hi Ants and all soz late. Had Lappy and on charge and couldn't get on, but we'll watch on catch up. Okay, so we'll let you off, Steve-O. And do you know what? This is almost, but not quite, isn't it? This is almost like a purple flower, but not quite. Right, so like I say, I'm glad this has happened because a petal has fallen off. So I'm now going to pop it back in place. So all I'm going to do is just add a little bit of water. Okay, There, I know that was a grand introduction for you there, Steve. Okay. Right, so we're going to pop that on to there. Oh, I'd just like to say, Steve-O, I can remember when I watched somebody else's Facebook Live with you, and you said, I bet if Anthony ever does a Facebook Live, he'll be wearing a shirt. Well, do you know what? I'm actually not wearing a shirt. I'm actually wearing a T-shirt. So it just goes to prove that I do have T-shirts outside of the craft store. Just making that common knowledge. I do actually have that. Right, okay. Right, so the resin would still peel off them very well, Olga, but they're not flexible like silicone. Yeah, that's absolutely right, Sam. They're not. Okay. Right, I put my glasses down again, still can't see. Oh my goodness, man. I have all these cameras, but nothing's actually working with my eyes. So I've now fixed it. I've just added a little bit of water, and then using the tools, I press the clay back onto itself so it is still sticky, okay? So once we get to that, then we can add a calyx on the back, okay? And the calyx is one of those. So we just need a little bit of green clay. I'm just going to quickly sort out a little bit of green clay. So this is how you make a calyx. Now, I do realise that with especially cosmos flowers, they don't actually have a calyx as such. It's more like a bud behind there, but it doesn't really matter. Is there an angel policy for FMM? No, there's not. You can do whatever you like with their cutters, because basically once you've actually cut it, you can create whatever shape flower you like. So no, it's basically once you've got the cutters, you can do whatever you like. And that's from Leanne. So there we go. I've used the hole, okay, and I press the clay in. Now I've got this, what they basically call, it's a Mexican hat, okay. That is basically what it is. It's called a Mexican hat, okay. So that is on its side there, okay. So it's got that little peak at the top. There we go. I'm just gonna pop my hand there so you can see it. So once we've got to that, okay. So see, I didn't need them to be flexible, but it would be a pain in the butt to make them covered in gunk. Yeah, it would indeed. Mexican hat. Yep, Mexican hat. Okay, so once we've got to that, then we're just going to pop the calyx cutter over the top, and that top of the Mexican hat there is now showing through. We're just going to press that down like so. Okay, and then pull off all the clay that you don't want like so, and then just pull that through this way, and you have your calyx. Okay, so we're going to bring our flower back into play like so. We're just going to pop that clay back inside an airtight bag, okay, like that, and then we're just going to simply pull this one over like so. We're then going to stick the calyx on the back, okay, like so. But before you actually do that, if it is a little bit dry, then again just get a little bit of water, okay, and then just stick your two clays together, pop it down there, and then I'm just going to use one of the, as I think Sam called it was like a broomstick. It does look like a broomstick a bit. So we're just going to stick that through the clay, okay, like so. Pop that all the way through, and then just hold the calyx, okay, which is there, okay, and then just very, very carefully just pull that through like so. Now if I hold that up like so in my hand, you'll see that is the type of effect. Now to dry it, like I say, you do need, what are your YouTube channels? Yeah, I'll get to the YouTube channels again in a moment. So we're going to flip that over upside down. This is the dryer I was mentioning to you. Just put a hook on the back like so, and just let it dry like that. Okay, so let's have a look. Tranquilizer dart. Yeah, indeed, Steve. Right, Sam was asking about the information, I do believe, for the YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel is this one here. It's www.youtube.com/c/mixed media arts and crafts. So all of the Facebook videos that I do, once they've been done, do you know what, it's really difficult to find Facebook Lives once you've done them. They get hidden in your timeline. So I'm going to upload everything onto YouTube so you can find them a lot easier. Okay, so that is the YouTube channel there. Please go over there and have a look for the YouTubes the Facebook Lives already done, and there's a couple other things there as well. So that basically is now drying on our little clothes area. Once they are actually dry, okay, they'll basically look like this. They'll all be sort of like facing downwards, okay. They look a bit sad. They look a bit sad, really. So to open them up, all you need to do, and this is totally dry, by the way, and you will notice I have got a different centre in this one. I'll be covering how to do probably this different centre when we make another flower, okay. But all you need to do, let's just move that aside, is use your heat tool again. Okay, and like I'm stressing, this is totally dry. Just get your heat tool and just give it a little bit of a blast. Okay, and you're not seeing much here, so let me just change the angle. Okay, so just blast it from above, from a distance, and you'll see that flower is now starting to open. Okay, so it just softens the clay just a little bit. Okay, not a lot, just a little bit. And just keep on going around, and then there we go. Now the flower is sort of like nice and open, and if you want it to stay down, then basically just pop it down that way, okay, onto your mat, and again that will work perfectly. Right, so what's Olga saying now? Let's have a look. You should know me and putting links up, Sam. So hopefully you found right. Anthony, I will share double platform streaming if you will remember to poke me. But you know what, double streaming I can do. It's a little bit of a hassle, I'll be honest with you, because I have to go through another piece of software and it just slows everything down. So that's why I tend not to go down that route. And because I know that you use StreamYard, but I'm used to this piece of software. I've sort of like got it working quite nicely. But thanks for the offer anyway, Olga. Still interested to see what sort of thing can be done. Right, we'll be making the Cosmos tomorrow, so we'll rewatch and let my clay dry out a bit more. Trust the process. And now battery is low and internet is okay. You could do a repeat from the start, from now in purple. How did I know you were going to mention purple, Steve-O? Oh dear. Right, so this one has now cooled off, and you can see it has retained that shape. So that's how you manipulate it after the clay has set. Now, like I say, this is my YouTube channel if anyone is interested. Okay, so this is for Steve-O, really. And once you go over there, you'll not only see all of the Facebook Lives done, I've also got some other things up there as well, because another one of my favourites is mixed media. So if you're over there, please have a look at some of the other videos, but here's one that's actually off my YouTube channel. So that was a little video that I've put together. Like I say, one of my hobbies is filming. Okay, right, let's have a look. It won't let the click on notification button on YouTube channel. Well, it's definitely there. If you type in mixed media arts and crafts, that should definitely come up. I'll actually put it in a link next time, Ian, so you can find it. Okay, so this is the other method of creating the same flower. So we have some more clay here. Okay, and again I've pre-coloured it. Hope you'll not pop on screen. I'll forget for sure. Oh, Olga's sending me now messenger messages. I'm getting very confused. Right, so here we go then. So we have our clay. We're going to use the hole here. So we're going to create the Mexican hat technique again. So we're just going to pop the clay into there, and then we're going to squish it all the way around. Okay, you can do this by hand. You don't really need the rolling pin at the moment. And then just pull that open, and again, like I say, there's that little Mexican hat there. Okay, now just thin it out with your fingers from the center outwards. You don't need to worry too much about the fact you're going to roll it out. Oh, Jean, hi there, Jean. I'm glad you've been able to join us. As I was saying just a little bit before you joined, I have got a YouTube channel, so if you want, all of the Facebook Lives are actually uploaded to that thereafter. Right, Ian, you have an account, then subscribe. You can get notifications. Indeed. Oh my God, to explain myself, was hoping you turned off messages. Olga, no. I'm multitasking. Olga. Right, so we have that. There we go. Okay, and we're just going to pop that onto there, and then we're just going to pop the cutter over it. Okay, and then we're just going to press down. I have YouTube Premium. Okay, says Ian. So we're going to press that all the way down, and again just lift that off. If you find that the cutter hasn't gone through the clay, it has in this case, but just get your rolling pin and then just go over the back, and then you can take off all the excess and just pop that in a bag. Right, so we now have, this is the method number 2 of making the flowers. So again, just pop those exactly as we did before. Okay, we now have that. Then pop it inside. So that little part there, let's have a look. Take a photo of it, helps me to find things on YouTube. Yep, don't worry. So we're going to pop that in there. So just made that little Mexican hat at the top of it a little bit thinner just by literally going onto our fingers like so. We're going to pop it back into the hole, okay, in the mat, and then just quickly, and I do mean quickly, we're just going to go all the way around. Laura, thank you very much for joining us. Laura's off to read some bedtime stories to her 2 little boys. Bless them. Well, I hope they are able to sleep in the heat. I know my 2 don't like it too much. So thanks for joining us, Laura, and I'll catch you, I'm sure, at some point tomorrow. So let's just go round again, and then we're just going to roll the clay out again from the center like so. Keep on twisting it around, like I say, you don't want the petals to actually stick on to the mat. Okay, so just keep on going round. And then what we're going to do, we're going to make a calyx for this one. We're going to show you the other method. So just keep on moving those around. Okay, let's have a look. Sorry, I need to put Bella to bed as well. Okay, I'll give her a big hug from me. And thanks for joining us also, Sam. So let's pop that, and I'll get to talk to you hopefully at some point tomorrow as well. So thanks for joining us, Laura and Sam. So there we go, that is it. So you still have all the petals there. Okay, so pop it back into that. At this point, if you find that the clay petals have stuck together, then just simply ease them apart, okay? Or you can actually use a pair of scissors to cut them once it's dry. Let's have a look. Jean says, let me just pick up, the phone again and take my glasses off. My clay never seems to work out, but I think it's me. I don't use enough and sometimes forget to dust it. Yeah, that is a case. You probably need to leave it about 5 or 10 minutes once you've actually taken it out of the pack. Okay, and then it should be dry enough. Okay, I noticed on Anthony's Facebook that people have hard time with finding lives, so we'll remind everyone that sharing is a cool option. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, that's very true. I do invite a certain amount of people. Last one I did actually make a little bit of a boo-boo, and I made it as an invitation only Facebook. So this time it is open to everyone, but it is just a case of people finding it. So it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. But thanks, Olga, for reminding people to share. I think you just probably want that that video playing again. I know you. But yeah, thanks for reminding people. So once you've got to that point there, then again, just using the veining tool. And like I said, I'm not going to go around the whole thing this time, because I appreciate I've done that before. You don't need to see how to vein every single petal. You know, we did that on the very first flower that we did. So I'm just going to vein the one, okay, like so. And then we're just going to lift that up. Like I said, you'd go around all of them. So that is your flower. Okay, now we're going to make the calyx at the back. Okay, and this time what we're going to do, we're actually going to make a calyx that is very, very similar to the calyx that's actually on the proper flower. I am going to use the same colour, okay, in this instance, but you can obviously use green like a calyx actually is. So you sort of want a sausage sort of shape-ish, but you don't want it sort of like too elongated. Probably about that will do. Okay, and then just try to flatten the end a little bit, okay, like so. So then just go around just to make it sort of like in a ball shape as well. Let's have a look, like so. That is going to be your calyx, okay, but like I say, make it green or whatever colour you want. Right, now using the tools, okay, you want to press in, and this is the one with the like the knife one end and the pointy part the other. You want to press that in as much as you can, okay, like so. Now you're probably thinking, why has he done that? Well, it will all come into play in a minute. So we're going to flip this one over, and we're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to basically line it up, so where the tool goes in, you want it to come right through the center of that one. Okay, so it is more like that. Thank you very much for liking and sharing, Jean. You are a star. Right, had reminder on phone but couldn't watch lives on it. I need the laptop instead. Steve-o. Right, so now we have a hole in that one, and we also have a hole in that one. Okay, I might need to make the hole in this one a bit more. Okay, so again, just go into there and just wiggle around a little bit. Okay, it'll all make sense in a minute. Okay, so we have that, because that part goes onto the back of that. So if I just go to our side camera, you'll notice that that will now perfectly fit on there. Okay, so the reason for the hole in the top is the fact that we have our little broomstick, as Sam called it. So we're just going to pop our broomstick through there, okay, like so. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to cut this because it's probably a bit too long for what I want, like so. Okay, so we have our center of the flower, okay, and we're just going to pull that just slightly inside, like so. And then we're going to pop our back on. Now again, if this is dry, then just moisten it a little bit with a little bit of water. You don't really, what's this? You really don't like green, but not even in flowers. Do you know what? I hadn't thought that. Olga's favourite colour, everyone, isn't green. So that's why I've done this especially for Olga. So we're just going to pop that one in there. Okay, so the wire has actually come out the other side. We're just going to keep on wiggling that through. So now we're just going to press that. So now we have the calyx, or the bud at the back of the flower. We have the flower in front, and then we're going to use our drying tool once more. So we're just going to bring that in, and we're going to again pop a hook onto that, and again let that dry. So that's basically the two different methods for actually creating the cosmos flower. Equally as purple is so much better. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Steve? I totally agree with you there. You got to go purple. Right, so again, pop the clay that we haven't used back inside the bag. Right, okay, now we're going to just basically bring in a couple of things that I've actually made using the flowers. So we're just going to go back over to our overhead camera. So this is on a card. Because the clay is really light, you can make some beautiful decorations using the cutters. We've got the medium size and the small cutters. Like I say, in the Cosmos pack you do get 3 different cutters, so that's a really nice 3-dimensional card. Like I say, if it does get squashed in the post, then just simply tell the person, if they want to rejuvenate it as such, just use the hairdryer just very lightly and the flower will open back up. So that's the sort of thing you can be doing there. I've already shown you the really colourful one, which is this one here, okay, which is all the colours of the rainbow. Have no idea why people still go on for green when you have purple, lilac, lavender, etc. Absolutely. Have you ever put flakes into the clay? When you mean flakes, Jean, do you mean things like gilding flakes or that sort of thing? Then yes, you can put those in there, but it will basically get embedded in there, so you probably wouldn't see it, to be honest with you. So there's 2 items there. Then I showed you at the very top of the show, we've got this one here. So again, you can get really creative with this mixed media style canvases. Okay, and again, I've gone for the really large ones there. That rainbow one is definitely Sam friendly. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Olga? So I've used the large cutter there and then the small one there, and you will notice, okay, that I've added, okay, a little bit of pollen onto the very center. Let me just see how close I can come in. Probably, let me just go to the side camera, see if we can get a better there we go, that's perfect. So that's again a little bit of pollen, but it's not pollen. What it actually is some yellow acrylic paint. Okay, yellow acrylic paint. What you need to do, and I'll just show you on, let's have a look. Let's just grab one of the flowers we made earlier just to show you how to do that. So we're just going to open this flower up. Obviously it hasn't dried yet. We're just going to get a little bit of that. Let's have a look. So what's what about rubbing in clay as it rests? Well, yeah, you could do that. That'd be a nice effect indeed. That single flower would look great sprayed copper. It would indeed. And we're going to get onto that in a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the yellow paint. Okay, now obviously I'm going to probably ruin this flower now because all the petals are going everywhere. And what you need to do is just pull together the cotton, and you just need to dab the yellow paint on top like so. Okay, just keep on going. Bit of yellow paint on top. You probably need 2 coats of this, and it doesn't matter if it clumps too much, okay, but that will then give you that sort of like realism of nectar on the very tip of the center of the flower. But that's how you do that certain technique as well. So anyway, I'm just going to pop that aside. Okay, I'm just going to have a little bit of a tidy up. Okay, then I'm going to be back just to show you how we can mix the 2 elements that we've done on today's live together. So that was the flowers and a little bit of steampunk. Right, okay, so I am back. So here is a little mixed media creation that I've actually started. You might recognise this one from the previous Facebook Live that I did, and I've added lots of elements to it. I've darkened the colours. We've got a little bit of pipe work going on there as well. So we're now going to mix the 2 together. So we was on about steampunk obviously earlier. So I'm not going to like definitively stick these down. I'm just going to literally just place them just so you can get a feel of what's going on. So we're just going to pop a cog up there, possibly a cog down there. I've got this wonderful little sentiment here that's really nice. Let me just bring that up to the camera. Ooh, let's have a look. I think we can just about read that there. So it's got creativity, the ability to transcend traditional ideas, rules, patterns, relationship, or the like, to create meaningful new ideas, forms, methods, and interpretations, etc. So that's what you can be doing there. So what we've got here, very purple equals very pretty. Absolutely, Olga. So I'm just going to basically place that there. I'd probably use some silicone glue to raise that up, etc. Like I said, I'm not going to go too heavily into that. But where we could get a little bit creative here, let me just bring these other cogs that we made back in as well. Maybe you want to take a cosmos flower, one we have here, and maybe you have a cog. Okay, maybe you want to actually just add that over the top of the center of the flower, so you're getting a little bit steampunk, a little bit creative, a little bit more mixed media. We can just tuck that into there. We've then got a couple of the small flowers as well. We're just going to place those into there. As I was saying for my last Facebook Live, my trick is that I just play around with placement, and then when I'm actually happy with it, Jan's got to go. I'll watch the rest later. Thank you very much for the live. Absolute pleasure. Thanks for staying, Jan. I'm sorry it has gone on for an hour and a half, but I've got a lot to show tonight. But thanks very, very much for joining us. Have a great rest of the evening. So you're adding those, maybe even for this one here. That's probably not going to fit, but you can put some more cogs in the center, maybe just lay them over the top there, so you're having that sort of like really sort of wild, random type look to everything. You've got a couple of leaves there. Leaves are also available from the FMM website. Okay, remember, use the code ANTS10 to get your discount off that. So just keep playing around with the place, and this is obviously all coming apart as I'm moving things. But what I tend to do is, once I'm actually happy with the placement of everything, then what I do, I take a photograph of it, and then I can take everything off and then replace it and actually then stick it back down proper. But doing it this way, you can just get a feel for things. Possibly a couple of those wires need bending, so they're also like showing the right way. And you can just keep on just adding the flowers, possibly over the cogs there, just to make it look like nature is taking over from the human world. Maybe you want to add a couple more cogs over there. You get the idea. I don't need to tell you how to do placements, but just sort of like make it so it's sort of like evened out over the whole thing. Like I say, just add a little bit of greenery for that little bit of realism as well. And you really, really can't go wrong. So I'm always this one where you've got to have an odd number. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flowers and a couple of those. I do that and take a photo of each composition before deciding the final look. Absolutely, Ian. That's the best way that I've found to actually like achieve something nice. Maybe you even want to have a look at something overnight and then come back to it the following day. But that is it for this particular Facebook Live, and like I say, hopefully you've had a little bit of inspiration on what can be done. Okay, and hope you've enjoyed everything that I've shown you on today's live. Let's just have one more look at the comments before we go. So I'm back here, so let's have a look, just have a quick go down here. So glad to have finally managed to watch this live. Look forward to the next one. Thank you very much, Jane. Olga has got lots of hearts, obviously purple ones. Thank you, says Julie. Absolute pleasure. Glad it's been informative to you. Like I say, if you do have any questions, then please just send me an email. My email has been coming up at the bottom of the screen on this panel just here. Okay, along with all the other things. Been great, says Claire. Absolute pleasure. I do that too, Ian, then look a bit later. Yeah, that's that is the best way, without a doubt. Liz says fabulous, thank you so much. Absolute pleasure. Like I say, I do fully appreciate all of your time that you've taken to join me here this evening, because I do realise that it has been such a fantastic sunny day, and I really do appreciate that you broke into your evening to join us for an hour and a half. Like I say, please go over to the FMM website. Okay, grab the items that you wish to purchase there, and remember, when you get to the checkout, put in ANTS10 code there for your 10% off. So it's www.fmmsugarcraft.com, and you'll be able to find loads of different cutters. Before I go, I've just got one more thing to say. That was lovely, says Olga. I wasn't going to say that, but I've just read that out. But if anyone is interested in Prima molds, okay, join us over the next couple of weeks, because with a bit of luck, fingers crossed, we will be having some Prima molds that will also be available to buy. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Prima molds, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. I do my Facebook Lives near enough every 2 weeks. Okay, if anything changes, then I'll obviously let you know. Thank you to everyone for joining me, especially to Olga for prompting me to play my love, like and share intro video. And hope you have a great evening. I'm just looking for, let's have a look at this one. So, like I say, thank you very, very much. Oh, love Prima. Yes, we all love Prima. Like I say, hopefully Ian and Julie will be getting some Prima molds very, very soon. And I'll hopefully be showing them. We won't necessarily be demonstrating with them, but we will be selling them. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled, and check out the upcoming Facebook Lives, and please obviously share this video too, so more people know that, like I say, within the next couple of weeks we should be getting some nice Prima molds. But finally, thank you so much for joining me. Like I say, I really, really appreciate you cutting into this beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of your week and have a great weekend. And again, thank you so much for joining me. Take care.